Hey, this is James Glass, and I want to talk to you about the ultimate crawl space. So this is my single wide trailer, which I've converted into an ultra energy efficient home. I am likely within the 99th percentile of homes in North America. I have R36 walls. It's incredibly well wrapped, energy recovery ventilator, the whole 9 yards. R60 ceilings, 31 SEER mini splits, double subfloor, yada 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 yada. Vented the roof and the crawl space. It's going to be unvented and conditioned, and it's going to be conditioned separately from the building enclosure. So I'll have the ability to maintain the crawl space at a different temperature, humidity level than the interior of the house. And I'm doing that not only for energy usage. I'm also doing it because I just don't want my crawl space inside my primary building envelope, because I sometimes control it like a submarine. I'll have sections of the house that are heated or cooled and other sections that aren't. It all adds up to a tremendous savings. My only utility is electricity, and I use just a few hundred kilowatt hours a month in the spring and fall. And I think I once used as much as 900 kilowatt hours one month when it was single digits and below zero. So, and that's with the crawl space open. So that'll be great. So what's in the ultimate crawl space? Let's go take a look. And by the way, no matter how awesome your house is, if it's sitting on top of a moldy, nasty, awful crawl space, what's the point? I mean, yeah, you got to have a good crawl space. And why not make it super energy efficient and dry and everything? So here we go. Here are the components. I've got this kind of set up so you can kind of see cross sections of everything. Let me pan and show you all. And then I'll talk about the individual components. Okay, so the very first thing is water, outside water, storm water. I am on top of a hill. I have graded this place in such a way that all the water runs away from my house. The perimeter of my home, for at least 4 feet in every direction, is concrete. That is a 1/4 inch per foot minimum, and then that dumps out on earth that's usually a 1/4 inch to 2 inches per foot away. So stormwater, first thing, just you got to start with the outside. All crawl spaces start with considering stormwater management. So my crawl space is phenomenally dry, but I'm still dealing with ground moisture. So what I've done is place 6 inches of gravel before 7.5 inches of foam on the floor. There'll be a vapor barrier on top. I'll talk about that. I dug down, excavated 2 feet below grade, put in a footing, and then I put in 5 courses of 8-inch block, and then there'll be a knee wall right here where the siding goes down. You may have seen that in the first part of the video. It's block bonded, which is cistern rated, also for moisture and water control. Now you'll notice on the inside I have 5.5 inches of foam. This happens to be EPS, but XPS is fine too. It goes down below grade, and then the 7.5 inches of foam come into it. Now you might say, oh, there's no termite inspection. Well, the exterior of the house has easily removed panels which allow for termite inspection underneath. And the entire house is wrapped and taped. It's extremely well sealed. And so termite inspection is not an issue. So what do we got going on the inside for energy efficiency? Well, about an R value of 4 per inch, 5.5 there, 7.5 here, but also this is structural. It's installed level, and it does step up here at the very back section of my trailer, but there's still a minimum of 30 inches between the joists and the top of the floor. And here it's about 36 inches, and that'll be maintained all the way to the front. So all of the mechanicals and everything is going to be accessible through a large access door, which will be insulated on the side. It'll actually be sealed. I'm not going to hinge it. I'm going to gasket it and screw it onto the side so that it's airtight. The floor of the home, which is the top of the ceiling of the crawl space, is sealed really well with Tyvek. I've got butyl tape zip tape and spray foam, keeping that well sealed. And every individual piece of hardware, if it's a button nail or a staple that temporarily held it up while I was putting that in, is taped. It's absolutely airtight. And you can kind of see that in there. And then I put in 7 800 lumen lights so that you can come down here and actually work if you needed to in the future. Obviously, I've already finished the plumbing and the dryer vent and all that, but at some point I may need to come down and service it. So I put in really good lighting. So there you go. That's the ultimate crawl space. When I'm all done, I'll have Grace's ice and water shield in the walls to form a good water barrier, vapor barrier. And I'll have 15 mil reinforced plastic on top of this foam. And yeah, it'll be great. Stick in a mini split down here, and I'll be able to condition it with a remote from upstairs. And I'll put in a wireless thermometer, so I'll always know the humidity level and the temperature of my crawl space. And yeah, I'll be good to go. The awesome thing is, at current electrical prices and my expected lifespan, this crawl space alone will save me $25,000 in electricity. That is awesome. And that is the ultimate crawl space. Super comfortable, super affordable, super awesome.